There are times, I think, where accelerated manifestation might be desirable.
It never is, though. If you accelerate a manifestation before your ability to allow it, it will beat you up.
Okay.
You don't want to force it. You don't want to goal set it into being.
Okay.
You want to trust that the goal has already been set, that the desire has already been established, and that the cooperative components have already been assembled, and then you want to relax in to your translation of the path to the fullness of it.
Okay. What I'm particularly thinking about is spontaneous healing, or where someone has an undesirable condition in the body.
You all are so interested in instantaneously going. Isn't there anything desirable about the journey? You have to accept the desirability of the journey instead of the instant manifestation. Otherwise, you're in Seattle now.
I guess it seems kind of fun for something like what we call, or humans call, a miracle. Sometimes that seems fascinating to me for some reason.
Well, we think that it is interesting. That's our most polite word. That humans want to call natural universal response miraculous.
Yeah.
Let us define what humans mean as a miracle. I offer a vibration totally apart from what I want, and law of attraction makes me the exception to the universe and gives me something that's different from what I'm vibrating. And the shock of it, because it's so not the next logical step, seems miraculous. Because when you witness it in others, you cannot understand the vibrational journey that they have taken. It's always the next logical step before it happens. And so we get what you mean. You're talking about getting the normal conditional timeline out of it and approaching it only from a vibrational standpoint. And that really is what we mean when you use the word miraculous, or something that happens suddenly. It means a shift in vibration that allows manifestation to quickly catch up with it. And these are the requirements for that. Stronger than usual desire. Extraordinary desire and focus that is so powerful that the resistance that is normally there is temporarily set aside and is dominated by the power of the focus of desire. But why put yourself in a position where you need to focus that powerfully to begin with? Just do maintenance steadily. The maintenance of your alignment will keep you living happily ever after. Usually when people are looking for something that is miraculous, it is not so much for their own satisfaction, because it's been a rocky ride. It's for the approval of others. It's for the way it would appear to others. I've accomplished this miraculous thing, and therefore I may be more highly revered. And we say, everybody gets whatever it is they're focusing upon. Relaxing into the natural abundance of well-being is a much more normal from your non-physical understanding standpoint. Yeah.
Okay.
This is what you're reaching for. And this is the reason that your question is so important and powerful. In every moment in time, the universe, law of attraction, your source, has lined up many, many avenues to get you right to where you want to be on any subject. If you could accomplish an immediate and complete releasing of resistance, all that you want would come. And that really is what that death experience that our friend was talking about. That sudden releasing of all resistance and the immediate accomplishment of the fullness of everything that has been accumulated over many lifetimes in the vortex. And so as you seek that in your physical format, the same thing is required. But it is sort of illogical that you would suddenly stop offering the vibration that represents the beliefs that you hold. The beliefs that you hold are patterns of thought, aren't they? They're patterns of thought. So sometimes you can be in the presence of someone else who is really tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and they can influence you for a while. But you can't depend upon the influence of another No one is going to hold you as their singular object of attention while they can influence. And so we think a steadier footing is to just understand that you can tell by the way you feel how in sync with well-being you are, and just keep it up, and the well-being will just keep demonstrating in endless ways through ideas, physical vitality, physical flexibility, physical longevity. Yeah. It's sort of like deciding that you're going to get an education and going to a very prestigious college or university to accomplish it, and walking in the door and just saying, give it to me now. What do you want? I want my credentials now. Here's my money, give me my certificates. And they would say to you, well, certainly that will come with time, but there is a journey of unfolding for you to enjoy. There's knowledge related to this. There's experience related to this. There's opportunity related to this. There's life related to this. You really don't just want that certificate. Now, many think they do. I just want the certificate. I don't want the means to it. I just want the certificate because I want the means after it. And we say, there are a lot of things that humans do that prevent them from enjoying life as it is spoon-fed to them day by day by day by day. Not one of you said, I'll be born and then I'll die. Not one of you said, I'll go, I'll get it over really quick. Not one of you said, I'll go and I'll experience nothing and I'll learn everything. You all said, let me into the experience because of the delicious feeling of expansion. Now let's apply that to the idea of healing, the delicious feeling of expansion, the delicious feeling of moving towards something wanted. Don't you occasionally, you're the wrong crowd to ask, but don't you occasionally enjoy a hunger pain? Esther had one the other day and she thought she was dying. What's this feeling? I don't recognize this feeling.
This is related, and I think I have the answer, but with respect to the decline that we generally associate with moving through time.
The unnecessary decline, perpetuated by self, by holding oneself in resistance of energy summoned. Do one of two things: stop summoning the energy or stop blocking the energy you're summoning. And since you can't stop summoning, we recommend the second. Continue. We jumped right in the middle of that, but
Okay. See, I can articulate it differently. Well, I've got...
we're going to get you anyway, so might as well just blurt it out.
You've also said, this is all sort of part of the same thing, that if we believe that we could regrow a limb, we would. It's all on the line of this miraculous that's gotten my attention. It's really just, how do you increase your knowing that that's possible?
Here's the thing. We so enjoy this question, and we really want you to understand the basis of our answer. This is the tricky thing about that. So here's this vortex that's full of everything that you want. It's full of all the so-called miracles that you're looking for. And here you are in some relationship to that. So let's say, for whatever reason, you're up close to it. You're vibrating right there with it. And so ideas are beginning to occur to you. Well, as you are a vibrational match to what's in your vortex, now you begin translating into meaningful ways. That's how thoughts are turned to things. That's how thoughts are turned to ideas, and that's how ideas are turned to rendezvousing, and that's how rendezvousing is turned to manifesting. In other words, that's how the vibration becomes. So as you are understanding that it is this vibrational becoming that You have to be in the vicinity for it to even occur to you. That's why it's the next logical step and the next logical step and the next logical step and the next logical step. So amazing things happen to you. But when they do, they don't feel like miracles. They feel like the next logical step. And for those who are looking for the miraculous, in other words, the surprise or the something that just knocks you over, you're really asking to make a bigger vibrational jump than most are going to make. Now again, you stand before Jesus dripping your illness, and he knows so clearly your wellness that he does not see your illness. And because he knows it so profoundly, he influences your vibration for the moment. When you are near him, your illness cannot even exist in that vibration because there is so much knowledge of your wellness. But you cannot depend on someone else who is physically focused to hold you as their singular gaze when it was always your intention to discover your own alignment to it. And so that's why these two thoughts don't go very well together. Because once you practice an idea until you own it and it starts manifesting, now what manifests feels normal to you because you've been practicing the vibration of it. You see what we're getting at? Mm-hmm. So people who are asking for those quantum leaps or those miracles are usually looking at someone else whose vibrational journey they do not understand. You cannot understand what's going on with anyone else, because you don't know what vibration of desire they held. You don't know what their vibration of allowing was, but you can tell with yourself. We are not for a moment discouraging any of you from having as much success as you seek on any subject as quickly as you can have it. But we think that it's very helpful to understand that you can feel emotionally how you're doing. And when you feel ease, when you feel calm, when you feel just the logic of your natural well-being, then you are in that place where well-being will just keep showing itself to you in many, many ways. And for most humans, it just squirts through the cracks that you accidentally allow. Thank goodness sometimes you sleep.
Thank you.
Clear enough?
Perfect. Thank you.
Really good.